Thanks for logging on to NewsLink Indiana Online. I'm weather forecaster Nathan DeYoung. Let's take a look first at that national satellite radar. Looking just particular at the eastern region, you notice that clearing in the distance over the Midwest is currently happening. Those rain showers we had this morning pushing off to the East Coast. You notice places up in northern New York is experiencing some snow showers at this time. Nothing affecting our forecast for this evening. The last 14 hours over McKinley and Riverside have been pretty gloomy this morning. You notice the wet pavement and the sidewalks dried out later this afternoon, but temperatures didn't climb that far up. And temperature-wise, rainfall not too much here in Muncie from the system that we saw this morning. 1,200ths of an inch here in Muncie, 1,400ths of an inch in Indianapolis, but our viewing area to the south experienced a little bit more rainfall where the rain had time to hang out and stick around for most of the day. Morning lows all across the state of Indiana this morning. 32 degrees here in Muncie. We felt if you're headed out to the bus stop with the kids or out to work, it was very cold rain and it was a cold morning to start the day off. 32 in Indianapolis, 31 in Indianapolis this morning. Currently at the top of 10 o'clock p.m. 34 degrees, winds out of the west at 10 miles per hour, not influencing our temperature too much. However, it is giving us a little bit of a wind chill. The feel like temperature at 26 currently. Dew point still pretty high at 29 degrees. Temperatures all across the state of Indiana not too bad. We said 34 here in Muncie, 31 in Lafayette, 34 in Terre Haute at the top of the hour, making it pretty consistent all across the state of Indiana. Tonight we'll drop back down to 26 degrees in the overnight hours. Cloudy and chilly conditions are expected as those winds remain out of the west at 7 miles per hour. Forecasted wind chills are looking pretty chilly. We will have that opportunity to drop into the teens in the overnight hours. 19 degrees by 9 a.m. here on Wednesday. 20 degrees is the feel like temperature in Anderson. And then as we progress through the day, you notice that those temperatures don't get too far up there. Only the lower 20s is expected once we factor in that wind. Tomorrow, cloudy and breezy is expected. We will see a high of 37 degrees, winds west-southwest at 10 miles per hour. Let's break down the forecast beyond the Wednesday forecast into Thursday. Here's Thursday at 10 a.m. You notice that there's some clouds, broken clouds all across central Indiana. That'll allow us to see a little bit of sunshine, but then the clouds will build back into the day on Friday, so we're going to leave it partly cloudy. But what you did notice that there was some snow showers up into the northern parts of Indiana. Nothing expected and accumulating here, but it is in the 7-day forecast. Look at this, cloudy conditions from Wednesday all the way through Friday, but what we're tracking in this forecast here is these temperatures, 18 degrees by the time we get to Friday night. Into Saturday, cloudy conditions again, but an overnight low of 26 with only a daytime high just a little under freezing at 31 degrees. By the time we get into Sunday and Monday, the next system will move into the area. We'll have that opportunity to see a few snow flurries in the forecast. Nothing of accumulating amounts is expected at this time, but there is that chance. Remember, you get the latest weather information by following us on Twitter at NLI Weather.